I'm Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome speaking here in Nairobi National Government, Embakasi East Constituency, Embakasi Ward called Miango Ward. Yes, as usual, I used to share the word of God with you human beings who are living in the whole world. This is actually spiritual nourishment, morning devotion. Yes, today, Monday, March 17, 2025. I want to share a bit of what I've read today about the government. About the government. We have a government worldwide in all continents and all, global nations. And also rulers in that case. President, kings, and prime ministers, and so forth. So the Bible says in the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1, which was written by Apostle Paul, most people believe, everyone must submit himself to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. That is Romans chapter 13 verse 1. It's a very common verse, particularly in Kenya politics and also the nations, which states clearly everyone must submit himself to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. That is New International Bible, actually Word of God translation. I'm lecturer clergy Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome, who is looking forward to be Kenya President of the United States of Kenya Republic come 2027 elections, with my Vice President, none other than Brigadier Kukubo, Kenya Army retired Brigadier. We call it commonly referred as Kenya Defense Forces. He was on ballot paper December 27, 2007 election, and he was number 2. I was also deputizing him 2022 election, but now under to my Liberation Party, and now he has given me an okay to be actually in the position of presidency, executive kind of a presidential race contest come 2027 election. Precise date will be September 13, 2027 election, the day our incumbent head of state, Dr. William Samoei Ruto was inaugurated as the Kenya president, or took an oath of office that date. That date actually. My vice president, I say clearly, none other than Honorable Nick Kukubo, or Nixon Kukubo, from Bungoma Bukusu subtribe of Luya. And also my power prime minister is actually retired United States of America president, His Excellency Dr. Barack Hussein Obama, the son of Lou here, who has ruled America fairly for close to 10 years. He's going to be our powerful prime minister. I'm just going to be actually a ceremonial president with less powers. And my first lady is the incumbent head of state, Dr. His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, youngest daughter, Charlene Ruto, or Miss Honorable Charlene Ruto, not married. She's going to be my first lady to hold the Bible in that case. So with that kind of a brief introduction, we need to know that all over the world, including Kenya, we are supposed to be submitted to the government. And it does not matter which kind of government, even bad government, God is saying that is the one who has established to punish people, to to repent their sin and to turn to God. So the problem now we're facing in Kenya, particularly because we are saying that this unfair government, it is possibly God wants us to turn to Him, so that we are incurring kind of a punishment. from the state to punish us, to deny us, services, and also many people are dying because of, lack of services like healthcare and food and so forth, so that we can turn to God. Still, God can use evil, all right, to accomplish His work, which is always good. We are seeing that the government is bad, Kenya and others, but it is God has instituted them, and He also removed those kings or president. Kenya, likewise, if He wishes, and other nations, all right, all the politicians, regardless of which position of authority they are or which nation developed or undeveloped, God has power to remove them and also to put them in place, good ones and bad ones. So, who is a politician? A politician is someone who is representing, human beings and God likewise, because the government represent, the government represents God here on earth to execute justice. That kind of sword you see the president is holding has power. Like now the president of Kenya and other nations, it is a sword from God. So a politician is someone who is actually representing God here on earth and also representing human beings likewise. It is God who normally put those people on throne, all leaders. King David was a man of after God's own heart, and he was a politician. King Solomon was a politician, and he was a person who actually God gave him after prayers to be the wisest and richest king on the whole world up to today. King Joash ruled well and built the most magnificent kind of temples in the land of Israel that no other king has done it, including even King Solomon and David and others, King Joash. Alright, Prince Jehoiada chose 2 wives for him to marry, and Jehoiada was also regarded as the best of the best priest in the land of Israel. Alright, if you read the 2nd Chronicles chapter 24 verse 1 to 4, you see a priest choosing 2 women for a king to be effective and efficient, because he was God-fearing man and he has built so many temples to represent God and human beings among so many other priests. One time we had I used to go all the churches because I am also a politician, although I was baptized by African Church December 25th, 1975, and I'm still working with the Lord and being a trained priest at Marsabit Bible College and the umbrella of African Land Church for 4 years. I went to Ramona, University International, Vision International, Ramona, California, USA, here in Kenya, Village campus. And I also trained 3 years, and Kapsabet I say 4 years, 7 years, and I also studied Islamic and Christian theology at Columbia Distance Learners here in Kenya for 3 years. That is about 10 years, and also other short courses, which will amount of studied theology slightly more than 10 years. And I ended up being a teacher, teaching Bible College in Narok County Government of African Church pastors, and also Covenant College of Mission International, Narok County Government pastors, who are taking both Islamic and Christian theology in Narok County Government. And many other students have been actually coaching them here in Nairobi, where I'm residing at Embakasi Village, Embakasi East Constituency, Mianga Ward. Students who are in various universities during COVID-19 or 2020. That the pandemic period of COVID-19, the students have been learning online and also interacting with few lecturers. I was one of them. I've taught so many of them that time, like, friend theological college figure of Salvation Army, Reverend our Pastor Ronald Wanoloba was my student and he graduated. He has a big ministry here in Embakasi Village where I'm staying. And after graduation, he was promoted with his degree. Now he has studied well and passed exam. He's now in those ends of Bukambaland, Machakos, with a big ministry, and he's working as a Salvation Army. I've also taught Presbyterian University of East Africa students like Robert Karume with doing masters. He was also a teacher, deputizing Nat Sosion he was also doing that studies, although he was a teacher, having also public education kind of education. So he did also masters in, theological studies. He's called Reverend Robert Karume Mahui. He was also Kenya National Union Teachers Service Commission Secretary, Vice Secretary. So that is actually me, and I also taught paramilitary general service unit as a civilian spiritual affairs here in Nairobi for 12 years, 2004 to 2016, as a volunteer. So I was actually surprised today to learn that the Anglican Archbishop, who is also a Samburu Maasai like me, is a Samburu Purko from Narok. With all due respect, we speak the same language. We also, Maasais. I'm also a Maasai myself, sub-tribe Maasai Samburu, because my mom comes from that kind of tribe. But I'm a crossbreed myself, born by an Israelite father, and I cannot go beyond that. The whole world knows. I've been actually talking about this, giving my autobiography, but I'm a Maasai in that case, simply because of my mom. And also my mom also was married also by that Samburu man, also. But also an Israelite man, he was actually born me in that case by God's mysterious ways. So actually I was surprised to learn that, with all due respect, the Archbishop of Anglican Church, which I have told him to go to Marsabit to exhume 3 priests, I've not done it from January, up to now, 2024. We have Stephen Horton, who is lying in a mass grave in Marsabit Sacco Council there, in the Diocese of Anglican Church of Marsabit. We have Andrew Adanotuye lying in mass grave there, of Gabra tribe, who was perished actually on a plane crash. And Stephen Horton Britton died mysterious death. He was the founder of that Anglican Church of Marsabit. I know him when I was actually Christian Union chairman of Marsabit High School boys, 1978 to 1981, when I graduated there. Those priests are still in mass grave, 3 of them. I say Stephen Horton died mysterious death. We need to be exhumed, and they paid it 50 million by the Kenya government, negligent. Another one perished also under the umbrella of ill-fated Nairobi, kind of a national police kind of helicopter, which went and crashed so many human beings, including even that priest and also PC, Provincial Commissioner Chalanga, called actually Bishop Andrew Adanotuye. His wife is called Helen Kabale. He used to talk to me. They are not paid 30 million given to the politicians, but now I'm saying to be paid 50 million because delaying it has been actually delayed, kind of just type of justice system. And also Borana Oromo, priest who perished also with the 4 Marsabit among other dignitaries, plane of Kenya Army, Kenya Defense Forces. Oromo Bishop Oromo Borana, Bishop William Wako. His wife is called Naomi J. Wako. They are not paid 30 million, which are given to politicians by the late President Kibaki government. So now I'm demanding we are supposed to be given 50 million each. And 8 African Inland Church, my church, 8 students dead, 4 university and 4 choir members. We paid 50 million each, and 4 of them injured critically, 25 million each. Instead of Marsabit now going to Marsabit to see the district commission, I've given him his number, called actually Mr. David Saruni. He's also Maasai District Commissioner of Marsabit now. To go and see also Mr. Edward Drangu, OSPD, Officer Commanding Division of Marsabit, police station. I've given him a number to go and exhume those human beings and to help me also likewise. Alright, in that kind of a war, spiritual war, because if there is no devil, if the devil Satan today is we get hold of Satan, police force could have no work today. Because it is actually that force is there because of the work of the devil, which is really sure. We are seeing actually today in Taifa Leo, the man who actually prayed for during the inauguration ceremony of the president, His Excellency Dr. William Samarito, is saying he does not want a politician in his church, of Anglican Church countrywide, to see them there in the church, giving testimonies or saying anything or giving anything to help the poor. Now I am planning to go and exclude those human beings. Let him come and resist that kind of a force. Because now, I am now going to exclude those priests of the Anglican Church from Marsabit diocese. Live about speaking in the church, and I am a politician, I am also a priest. Trained priest like him, if not better, for sure. He's not a lecturer like me. He's by far lower in education than me. Marsabit is not a lecturer. He has never taught any pastor. So, it means I've taught him even myself. I'm able to teach him. Despite that, he's an Anglican bishop. I've taught him an Anglican African Church Archbishop Mulu, who was my student. And he's in the same position of authority. In pipeline here, with the Dakotas Harbour Hill here, I've taught Africa Inland Church Bishop, was my student. Alright? When he was actually doing theological education by extension. 204 until he graduated actually. He finished the studies, which is equivalent to pastoral theology, 4 years, yes. So Marsabit is also a 4-year training. Alright? In Anglican Church kind of theology. But we have never learned any theology saying you become partisan. You are supporting the president and you are again telling other politicians like Kalonzo, like Rigathi Gachagua, like me and so others, don't step nearby. But the only person who has access to go to his church and to speak and to give money is the president only. Because he was the one who actually was there during the inauguration to witness his kind of a swearing ceremony on September 13, 2022. We don't want actually such a kind of nepotism kind of priest, partiality, showing partiality. I want Marsabit to go to Marsabit before I go there myself, to go and see the district commissioner. Alright? Because we are going to exclude his priest. Why does he not represent those priests and go and help those women who are calling me every time, telling me represent them? And I'm an interdenominational church international and a lecturer of AIC. And I'm given 25 stations of African Church to be called Interdenominational Church International. So, Marsabit, let him resist me with anti-terror police. Because I'm going to that church to exclude those priests. And the fate of that church, no one knows after that. Alright? So I want Marsabit to stop threatening politicians. And if he is daring enough, let him face me when I will be going there. To say no when we want to exclude those priests. To say no, their children are not going to be paid 50 million. Alright? Yes. If he is daring enough, because he's a Maasai like me, let him come and resist that kind of force, because we are going to exclude those priests. Alright? Leave about speaking in the church. We are going without him to exclude and let him come and resist us with anti-terror police. And I will question him even. Why does he keep people there? They are the people in the church. And he's not actually reporting to this matter to government to be paid or to be excluded. And people are not going to the church. I know very well. It's my home area. Self-consciously. That's my home area. Songa location. An extension of town. Alright? So actually, that is a wrong kind of ideology. We don't want such kind of priest. Alright? Who are biased and less training, obvious. They are less trainee. Yes, they are less trained than the case. Because there is no trained priest which has people in his own church. And I have told him, I have opened his eyes to say they remove this human being so that the church people will have an access to go to church. He's not doing it. I've gone to see myself the district commissioner, which he was supposed to do. Okay, Mr. David Saruni, he did not go and do it. I've gone to see the OSPD, he did not go and do it. And I'm not an Anglican church. I was just, representing as a Kenya State Bishop. Alright? I'm just, whatever I see something wrong, befalling people and people are reporting to me, I have to take an action, obvious. Alright? Because I'm a priest and I cannot keep quiet. In Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 6 and 9, I have to sound an alarm. Alright? So let's submit if he's daring enough. Let him come and resist me. Leave about going to church of Anglican church, because I used to go to Anglican church and nobody is refusing me. I used even to go to the pulpit here in Mbakazi. Let him come and remove priest. Alright? Yes. Or anywhere. Because I'm going to Marsabit. Let him go and remove Gambisha or Kargi, because I'm going to exhume without consultation of anybody. Because those are capital death penalties. We don't have to talk such kind of matters of capital death penalties over to Marsabit. It has nothing to do with him. But if you want to step his mandate to come in, let him come and resist actually, and explain us why he's resisting. And he will not be, let him not actually be, we will jail him even. There is no one who is above the law. Alright? He will pass the law, surely. Yes. If he is keeping on, harassing a politician, because he want to now, maybe when I will go there even to Marsabit, he may talk something of that nature, I will put him in, sure enough. We will call him to Marsabit and put him in. For sure. The day we are going to exhume those human beings, if he talk nonsense of that nature, we will put him in. Completely. Say I don't want politician, and he's doing nothing himself. So actually, we need to submit to government. Whether good or bad, we need also to resist if it become actually intruding with the church affairs. Like those priests who are lying in the mass grave, in the churches, youth are in the churches, alright, to bar people going to church. It is actually a bad government in that case. It's intruding with the religious affairs. Because we are not allowed in the Bible to sing on top of graves here as places of worship. No. We have graveyards and we have also places of worship. That's why we have Langata Cemetery. That's why I went also recently to Nakuru level 5. Alright? Nakuru level 5 to go and bury a person in that cemetery, which is a bit a distance from from the hospital. Kiambu, Thika level 5 also. I went to bury a person from one of our relatives from Laikipia, Samburu North. Alright? Laikipia, not Samburu North, actually of Laikipia. Okay, not Samburu, not actually in Samburu County, but Laikipia County, Samburu Masaisa constituency. I went there to bury one of the person who have died there in that cemetery, together with other relatives and other friends. We don't put a priest in the churches, place of worship. Alright? Neither church adherents, members. Because we shall fill the compound, and those spirits are still crying from the ground. In Genesis chapter 4, verse 19, if Marsabit does not know, probably his theology is much, he was trained 3 years. We, a several church, we are trained for, 4 years, starting point, and then you go ahead. But Anglican church, of Kenya, used to train priests 3 years. So Marsabit is by far lower than us actually in theological studies. Archbishop or Marsabit, they are trained 3 years. Because we had the St. Paul closer to us, at Kapsabo College. Alright? When I entered, the student, we entered together, like in Kargi of Anglican Church Marsabit, Priest Kargi. When he himself went, actually, because we have been sponsored by, Food for the Hungry, to start off by Jonathan Stone, Environment Officer of Food for the Hungry International, Food for the Hungry International Marsabit. When we went together, okay, we went to, we were admitted actually in 1995, to theological college studies. But myself, I went and I was accepted in 1995, but I started in 1996 because of an unavoidable reason of someone. My wife was very sick, and I ended up also now starting in 1996 rather than the day I went to do the interview, 1995. So I graduated actually 2000 after 4 years, and I have left 1 year behind in that case because of I did not start from the year I was told to start, 1995. I went in 1996 because of that kind of a problem. My wife became so sick, so I attended affairs until she was okay. But that one would not stop going. I went again after that. Okay, I also resigned from Child Care, World Vision International as a development officer. Okay, of agriculture. Okay, so what do I want to say of Marsabit? So what do I want to say? Karik himself, we went together to legal studies, and he graduated 3 years, and I completed 4 years myself. William Walker also perished actually. Bishop William Walker and also Bishop, I don't know, 2 years, those priests of Anglican Church, 3 years. They studied 3 years, and then they went again from there now, degree levels. And so even in EIC, we start from 4 years, and then we continue to other, degree levels, masters and whatever. What I want to say, Marsabit is saying he does not want priest. Politician is trying to indirectly trying to bar us from going to Marsabit. Trying to incite the people that politicians are not speaking Marsabit. I'm going to not to speak. I'm going to speak and remove those dead people at his own church, Anglican church. Let him die enough to come and resist. Then we will take him as one of the terrorists. No doubt, obviously. And he will face life sentence. Because he's alluding to terrorists. Sure enough. No doubt. And he will explain the Kenya government and even other British government why they have actually kept that priest of British, Stephen Houghton, in their church compound. Who have died in mysterious death. Other politicians dying mysterious death, they are not reporting. So that's one thing. Another thing to conclude this matter, we have a lady called actually Margaret Nduta. Margaret Nduta, we are told this lady is facing actually capture death penalty in Vietnam. The family is crying, alright? And actually I want the president to intervene. Because, we don't know why this woman is actually just, killed instantly. And she's saying that that bag is not with the carrying cocaine. It's not the lady bag. The president needs actually to reverse the case. Who is actually Dr. William Samuel Ruto. All right, Dr. William Samuel Ruto needs to reverse that kind of a case for us to establish the truth of the matter of Margaret Nduta before she is actually killed in Vietnam, so that we get the truth of the matter. People nowadays are becoming actually killers. Like now today in the newspaper, we are told somebody called James Getau, a bus driver, together with his conductor, alright, his conductor decided to kill a person because of a couple of Kenya shillings, 5 shillings. And so the conductor threw the person to die, and he died because of lack of 5 shillings. That case continued for almost 21 years, and the man now got his justice for both of them to be jailed for life imprisonment after 21 years. A delayed case for 21 years. We are told today that James Gitau and his conductor have been now sentenced to death, obvious, in Kenya today, because he is going to be jailed for life imprisonment for killing a person who is actually having less money, 5 shillings. The man was actually killed. He was thrown off the moving bus in Kenya because of 5 shillings. A Kenya bus normally can carry about 54 passengers. Why don't one person just pay this man 5 shillings for Jamin? Yes. The question is, why is this man killed when other human beings, about 53, are still on that kind of a truck, that bus? Why can't they pay only 5 shillings to save the life of this man? Recently again we are told a person was killed because of lack of, I don't know, about 20 shillings. Recently this week, here in Kiambu, this Kiambu areas, why can't you not save people? Where the conductors and drivers killing someone because of lack of 20 shillings? I've saved someone one day here between Nairobi and Embakasi village who was lacking 20 shillings surely. He was nearly to be thrown off the bus, the matatu. We have been traveling from Nairobi, commercial, to Embakasi village. And between Nyayo and actually, roundabout, pipeline, the man said, I'm short of 5 shillings. 20 shillings. I'm having 80 shillings. Okay? And we are far from a bit, from, the real estate. The man was threatened to be thrown off the moving matatu. I paid 20 shillings to save the person's life. I don't know him. Okay? So, why is human being becoming so, inhuman to kill others kiolela too? We know how to do of. Alright? So, we need to revisit this kind of stuff. So, finally, to conclude this matter, Anglican priest called, Jackson, or Marsabit must stop its utterance, showing partiality and favoritism to politicians, barring others to go near the church, which has a lot of people dead in Marsabit, for example, which we are intending now to remove them from the church compound. Anytime, even today I'm waiting actually a letter which was actually approved by the Deputy President Office to move with the anti-terror police to Marsabit. Alright, to exhume those priests and to be paid 50 million, not even 30 now. Like the way, because their cases have been delayed, the politicians have been paid 30 million. Alright, long time ago. That was actually 2006. But the priest families are disintegrated. Nobody knows where they are. They are not paid 30 million. So they have actually destroyed those families of those priests. And we are going to restore their lives back. I particularly going to ask God to do so. And I want to play my part to represent God as Kenya prophet and priest in that case. Because a priest and a pastor, we are called prophet, obvious. We are representing God. We are the mouthpiece of God, ordinate powers. So I am going to do that, basing my logic in actually Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. I don't fear my enemies. I don't fear how many hyenas are on the way, which are used by the devil to resist the work of God we are doing. They will not stop us. It is actually, that case is irresistible and irreversible. It's already in the deputy president office. Murkomen office is waiting just an okay from the deputy president office. Internal Security Minister Honorable Murkomen, they told me like that. The case now is in deputy president office, the second in command after the president of Kenya Defense Forces, Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, who can resist that kind of a force for sure. And we are doing justiciable justice work, representing God. Who is a person telling us, oh, there is a politician, was never not, this man is not landed actually. Sorry, in that case. Politicians are representing God and human beings, if he doesn't know. Alright? The ordinate powers of God, working actually on behalf of God. And the president likewise, and all leaders, even public servants, and including even the prefect class, prefects, standard 1, they are God ordinate powers leaders. They are serving just human being and God. I was a prefect from class 1 to my high school up to my universities. I'm not telling people that to elect me. It's God actually giving me that kind of a privilege. Not that I'm the best of the best, but just by by God's grace and military favor. God has given me that kind of leadership. To Rahul, I was Marsabit Boys, Christian Union Chairman. I was also captain of Heaven's Dome. Alright? For throughout my life, that high school. I was also in a university of Vision International University. I was also a secretary general of student. Okay, I was. Alright, Vision International University, an affiliate campus here, Kenya. I was also get chairman, evangelistic gospel evangelistic team choir, chairman of my Kapsavi College. But since I was a married student, then I was not fully. I gave again later on to another person because after my family came, I went outside to be a student married quarters. Although I'm not all the time in the compound, so I forfeited my position to another person. I forfeited also my chairmanship after leaving to Christian Union of Marsabit, to Bishop the later William Wako to be the chairman of Christian Union of Marsabit Boys High School, with our secretary Bishop Fred Gache, which is now still there in Marsabit of PEFA, Pentecostal Evangelistic Fellowship Assembly Church. So effective man there. They have been together at the same class, together with William Wako, one class behind me in Marsabit Boys High School. So what I want to say here, I want the lesser people to join me, not to resist what we are doing, to resist God, ordinate powers. We are God ordinate mouth, representing God, ordinate powers. Okay, mouthpiece of God, ordinate powers, representing God here on earth. Alright? Lesser bit could have called me. Alright? Whenever I want to go to his St. Peter's cathedral here, he's saying I'm having a meeting. He doesn't want to talk to me. Alright? And it's not working, sure enough. Loltome is not working at all. Yes, it's not working. Because a priest which he could have called me, surely. When I have disclosed that kind of behaviors of execution of those priests and families to be helped, the man started now avoiding me. Alright? In his church. I'm going to his church one of these days. I will let him know. Let's see whether he will run away again. Like the way the president went, ran away from his church. When I went actually on this month, on 2nd March, I went to the president's church. Here it is. The pen is here. Alright? Fellowship, fellowship, something of that nature. Okay? This is the pen. Okay? It is here. Alright? It is called actually Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church of the President, His Excellency Kenya President Sir William Ruto Church. It is here. With so many trained priests, yes. And a lot of human being utterance, members, church members. They have told me they will actually vote for me. That's what they told me. I went there and I was given this pen and a notebook and a carrier bag. And also we had actually one mandasi, each of us, because we are so many, thousands of people, with so many securities also equally, so many of them. And we took a cup of tea. Alright? One of the priests in charge of the church is called actually Reverend Joshua Kabina. He's a good man, and many other also priests have interacted. That one is a Luya, and there's also Kikuyus and Kalenjins. And the person who preached also is a Kikuyu kind of a lady online. And the president's wife, first lady also, Madam Honorable Rachel Chabet was also there praying online. So actually the church is there, and the president went to my Jesus Celebration Center, which actually got banned after that Sunday by the youth, because the president went and pumped money, a lot of money to a Dead Sea. The money is an untrained priest. It's just a ministry called just Celebration Center. Which celebration is that? And we are told that one is a Kenya Defense Forces compound. Alright? Why is he going to deprive actually Kenya Defense Forces their compound? And give and train priest 20 million to go and west with his family. It's unfair. So the youth actually attacked that church, which is not a church, it's a ministry. But the president have a right, because he has resources, to start his own ministry. He has a right. I was also President Moi passed for so many years myself, 2000 and the following years. And also has a University of Theological Studies in Kabaran, and also church. He has built that church which is Kabartojo, African church Kabartojo, belonged to the president, Moi family. He has built with 40 million 1998, yeah, 1978, when he became the president. And he stayed there for that seat for 24 years as president, and 11 years as the vice president. His Excellency, the late Dr. Daniel Torotich Arab Moi, because he's has ruled for 35 years, in about 11 years as vice president and 24 years as president. So he's a doctor of philosophy. He has an honorary degree in political science, obvious. So what I want to say here, and he was also, upgraded his education to be a lecturer over, Tambachi Teachers College. So Moi is a learned man. For me, who have studied and took his, initiative to go and study about him in my practical internship in 1999. He's a learned man, not a class 5 liver, as people used to brand him like that. He's not. He's a highly trained man. He has upgraded his education very far. So what I want to say here, I want the president to help me, and the deputy president likewise, to exhume those human beings I've stated in Marsabit, Anglican Church compound, and also African Land Church compound. There are about 11 of them dead one, to be paid 15 million each, and injured one 25 million each. That is my last word today. And I want human beings to know that everyone must be submissive to the authorities. Alright? Particularly if they are doing good. But we need to resist bad government. In the book of Acts in the Bible, chapter 5, verse 29 to 30. Particularly those who are intruding, forcing us to pray on top of dead people in the churches. We need to resist that one now. They are intruding with this religion's affairs. So I doubt whether the deputy president office will keep on resisting God, because Kindiki is the son of a priest, Reverend Kindiki. Then that case, correct? Yes, that's what we are hearing. So if he is the son of a priest, from that blood of that man, if it's real like that, I doubt whether he can keep on resisting God. What we are doing, to exhume people from the holy places, to bury them in their right dignified manners, in the right places of graveyards. Even Jesus Christ was removed from the temple and buried to the Golgotha area, where people are being buried. Jesus Christ sinless, and other people who are dead. Otherwise, we need people to know this and pray for me and others. Also pray for this sanctuary of this man, religious good man, is Reverend Kimiti. For God to bless him. He is one of my priests. Alright? We are preaching online, and he also has his own, other ministries he's doing. And I'm also planning to take him to Marsabit to be one of the priests there in Marsabit. He's a man who is God-fearing man. He's called Kimiti. He's a, camperman, a priest. So I think we are actually doing this kind of a work here online. Otherwise, may God bless you, living in Kenya and beyond. Amen.